Hi traders, welcome to the binaryoptions.net trading video series. This is a series of videos that will start from very basic concepts and work right up to advanced strategies. So there will be something for everyone in these videos. The subject of our first video is using price charts. We're basically going to look at some of the benefits of using price charts. When we use price charts, they allow us to find patterns. When we find repeating patterns, we are able to trade those patterns and hopefully make a profit from them. By trading those patterns, we can also define our risk, trading opportunities, and profit objectives. Market timing is also one of the advantages. If, let's say, a forex pair is not moving right now, there's not a lot of opportunity, the price chart will show when it starts to move again, and hopefully we can jump on that opportunity to make some money. Multiple chart types and tools to use. There's lots of ways to look at price data, to manipulate it using tools and indicators. We'll look at some of those. We'll introduce them in this video, and then we'll look at them in detail in some future videos. Price charts allow us to isolate trends. Trends are the way that most traders make money. You can also do it via range trading. Trends are simply when the price is moving in an overall direction, and trends or ranges are when it's not really moving and it's moving more sideways. So we'll look at both of these types more in depth in future videos. For the time being, if you want to look for more free resources to find price charts, you can check out binaryoptions.net/charts. And now we're going to look at some charts, how to read the price data. So here I have a chart of the Euro USD. We have all different types of time frames. We can look at it very short term, so a 1 minute chart. This would be used by generally a very active day trader who is looking to catch, multiple swings in price during the day. As you can see, if we switch to a 15-minute chart, let's go back to just today. Not as much information here because each one of these bars is equivalent to 15 of the 1 minute bars, so we're just not seeing as much data. It's more of a summary as opposed to the 1 minute chart, which definitely shows a lot more information. Daily chart shows a long-term view of what it's been doing multiple times or over the longer term. So here's a trend I was talking about. We can see the Euro USD in an overall uptrend higher. The major points, the highs and lows, this high higher than this high, this low higher than this low. And we see this sort of progress to the upside throughout. So not a very strong trend during this point. Accelerates a bit here, and we'll learn to read trends when we get into later videos. In the meantime, you can also use some technical analysis indicators. These can help in terms of reading the price. A MACD is a very popular tool, and yeah, these just help isolate when a trend's present, when it's not. Here on the shorter term, we can see lower highs, lower lows. It's stepping down. So on a short term, we have a downtrend into a longer term uptrend. So this is why we look at sometimes multiple time frames. Even if we're trading on a 1 minute, we might look at a 15-minute or a 5-minute chart just to give ourselves a context of the overall movement that's going on. So now let's look. We'll get rid of this indicator for now. As I said, we'll look at those in later videos. Let's look at the actual price bars and how to read these. So we are looking right now at a 2-minute chart in the Euro USD. This is called a candlestick chart. We'll look at some others in a moment. These are, a lot of traders use these because they're very visual. So I have it set so that green bars mean the price went up over that time frame. Red means the price went down. So if we look at this red bar, the prior bar we went up, we opened here, So for an up bar, the bottom of the candle will be the open, the bottom of the fat part, and the top of the fat part will be the close. So this particular bar opened right here, moved higher, and closed here. We also have what we call tails or wicks, as you can see on some of these bars, and the price doesn't have to open and close. It could also move outside. So here we opened, moved higher, looks like we moved even a bit higher, but then pulled back and ended up closing here. Remember, the price can move anywhere it wants in 2 minutes. All these are marking are the high, low, open, and close. So here we have the open, which was also the same as the low. It moved higher. Here we have the close, and this was the high that occurred during the 2 minutes. We then opened the next bar here, and it's a red bar, so we can assume that it went down. So we opened here, closed here, and during that 2 minutes, that open was the high and the close was the low. The next bar opened here, looks like we traded a little bit higher, then dropped, and then it pulled back in the last few seconds, likely, and closed here. So we have a high and a low, and then we have the open and the close. Here on a green bar, open and the low, high and the close. And if we look at some other chart types, you'll see that some of them are quite similar. Open, high, low, close, very similar. We have a little line on the left hand side which marks the open, a little line on the right hand side that marks the close, and then we can see the whole distance that the price moved over that 2 minute period. Each of these bars are 2 minutes, which means every 2 minutes a bar will close and a new one will start. If we change it to a daily chart, then, or a 5 minute chart, let's do that one. Each of these bars is 5 minutes and it'll close. So here we can see it's at 4 minutes 34 seconds, so in 25 seconds this bar will close, whatever price it's at, and a new one will begin. So that's a basic introduction to how to use your price charts. A couple other ones, less popular. The bar kind of has a mountainous look to it. It still shows the overall price direction. Also a line chart, more of a summary of the data, a lot less cluttered on the chart. Most traders will use the open, high, low, close or candlestick just because they do show information. It's also visual. We can also use these charts for trade signals, as we'll see in future videos. So that's your basic introduction to price charts. As stated, stay tuned for later videos as we're going to start looking at technical indicators, how to get into trades, trading strategies, and more on technical analysis and using price charts. In the meantime, happy trading.